Hi there, I'm Tasmi, and today I'm going to take an in-depth look into how to use the Lord of Ultima's City Flash Planner. Before we actually get on to using the Flash Planner, you need to make sure that you have both Grease Monkey installed as well as the LOU Suite extension. When you have them installed, you will notice there's a little L down the bottom here, and that just stands for layout. So we're going to click it, and we're going to open the city in the Flash Planner. You need to make sure that you have the latest version of the Flash player for your computer installed. If you haven't, then instead of this city, some guidelines will pop up telling you where to go and how to install Flash. Okay, so as you can see, here is my city. Yeah? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through how to do a dedicated wood city, dedicated stone, and dedicated iron. I'm not going to take you through a dedicated food city because I've already provided a guide for that and it would be a waste of time. After I've done the three layouts, I'll also take you through a mixed res city. And what I also plan to do is to show you some hints and tips on how to improve the layouts that are generated for you. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to scroll down, and here we have our sliders. I've made sure that gold, food, iron and stone are right the way down the bottom, and wood has been ramped right up to the top. Now it comes to adding buildings. Lots of people do this slightly different ways. I like to add 97 buildings first, leaving 3 spots spare. Those 3 spots I'll put in 2 marketplaces and a Moonglow tower. Other people might put in 2 markets, no Moonglow, others might put in just a Moonglow, others might put in 1 market. There are several variations. Okay, so as you can see, the Flash player has provided me with a city layout. It will produce just under 75k an hour and will give me a construction speed of 2200. Now this number here is the number before research bonuses and faith bonuses. So obviously if you've put your research levels up or we've gained faith from palaces, the actual number will be more than this. Okay, so here we go, 74,501. It's not brilliant. You could possibly get a larger aggregate out of a mixed res city. However, when you look at it, over 10 hours that will give you nearly 750k, which rounded down over a day will give you around about 1.5 million, which isn't too shabby. Okay, so let's see if we can improve upon that. Now what I'm going to do is I've put 4 into the add box and I've got 4 in the remove box, and all I'm going to do is remove 4, add 4, remove 4, add 4. And basically all this does is it removes the 4 lowest producing buildings and tries to replace them with higher producing buildings. The object of this is to try and get this number higher. It may take a while, but it should go higher. Sometimes it won't. So let's give it a go. I'm going to do this once. I'm going to remove 4, add 4. Okay, so the number hasn't changed. I'm going to try this 2 or 3 more times just to be on the safe side and see what happens. I'm going to do this twice. Removing 8. And we're adding 8. Number hasn't changed. Let's do this once more. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the number has risen a little bit. So let's keep going until it stops rising or goes down. Do this 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's gone up again. So let's try 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now the number has gone down slightly, so we're going to stop there and we're going to undo the damage. I'm going to click undo until we get it back to what it was at its highest. And that's us there. Now I'm going to fill in the 3 spare slots that I had, adding 2 marketplaces and a Moonglow. Then I'm going to go to import export, highlight that text, copy. Let's go back to Lord of Ultima, and we're going to click on Overlay Layout. We're going to click in the box so it's highlighted. Now unfortunately right click paste isn't going to work here, so we're going to use the Control key and V, and that'll paste it in. Hit Apply Layout, OK, and as you can see LOU Suite has added all the icons for the buildings that I have to place and where. Okay, and that's the Wood City layout. We're going to try it again for stone. So we're going to go into Overlay Layout, Remove Layout. We're going to go back to Share String and open in Flash City Planner 2. Now the reason I'm not using the same Flash Planner from before is because by creating a Wood City it automatically deleted nodes for me. So here we are, back with the city with all the nodes. And all it is, we're just going to bring that down, ramp that up, add 97 and see what it gives us. Now this can take up to about 30 seconds to a minute to do. Depends on what you've got running in the background. Here we go. This is what it's going to give me for stone. Now we've got 2400 construction speed and 71,000 in stone. Not particularly high, but let's try to optimize it a little bit more. And we're just going to do the same thing again. Remove one, add one. Remove two, add two. And it's not going well. Let's try three, see if we can make a difference. It's gone up slightly. Let's call it quits at that. And again, Marketplace, Moonglow Tower. Up to Import Export, click in Highlight, copy, back to Lord of Ultima, into Overlay Layout, Control V, Apply Layout. And again, it will tell me where to build. Okay? So let's try this once more for an Iron City. I'm going to Overlay Layout, Remove Layout, back to Share String, open in Flash Planner 2, and once again we will have a brand new plan for the same city. Okay, exactly the same again. We're going to drop stone all the way down and increase iron all the way up. 97 buildings, add. Okay, just need to bear with me whilst this is working. Here we go, here's my Iron City layout. Construction speed, 2200, and it's producing 73,589. So, same as before, remove one, add one. And it's gone up slightly. Remove two, add two. And it's gone up again. Let's go for 3. 2, 3, add 3. And it stayed fairly close to the same. Now you could keep doing this and it might go up, but just for the sake of the demonstration, let's get this imported back into LOU. Copy, into LOU, Overlay Layout, Control V, Apply Layout, OK. And once again, as predicted, it has laid out the icons for where and what to build. Okay, so let's try this for a mixed res city and see what we can get out of that. So we're going to go to L. I'm going to remove the layout, back to Share String, open in Flash City Planner 2. Now mixed res cities are slightly more difficult. What I tend to do is I will set these sliders to a weight of 1, and I will set food to 0.5. Now we're deliberately doing it like this because If you put 1 up to 3 and leave the rest as they are, then the Flash City Planner merely takes that as, right, he wants shed loads of wood. Let's do wood, and everything else takes a back seat. It's the same problem with food. Exactly the same problem with food. If that's at 1, then the Flash City Planner will stick in absolute shed tons of food, and you'll get nothing else. So, same as before, 97 buildings. I'm going to add them. Could take a while. And there we go. Right. Now you can see that we're producing for 4 different resources. Yes, these numbers are important, but the number that you want to pay attention to the most is this one down here. The city itself will produce 91,581 resources per hour, which inherently is more than a dedicated city, but of course you're taking a hit on each resource. Sometimes these can work to your advantage, other times they're not. 9 times out of 10, whether you build dedicated or mixed, it is entirely up to you and your preference as a player. Okay, now, same as before, we're going to remove 4 and add 4. Pay close attention to this number here. Okay, that's the one that we're going for. Remove 4, add 4. Now it's gone up by about 500. Let's try 2. It stayed the same. Let's try 3. It's gone up again. Okay, since it's gone up, let's keep going. Yeah, right, and it stayed the same. We could continue going onwards, but it's going to take a while. You're more than welcome to play to your heart's content, but let's get this back into LOU. Overlay layout, Control V, apply, okay. And once again, it is laid icons for all the bits and pieces, where to build, and so on. Now, when it comes to constructing res cities, my personal preference is to put the cottages in first. That'll give you a construction speed bonus, and will hopefully speed up the rest of your buildings. Now, occasionally you do get icons that are overlapping with resource nodes. Again, my personal preference is to build the rest of the city first, then destroy these nodes, and then build the buildings in them. Again, a lot of this will change depending on who you speak to. The vast majority of it is based on personal preference and how each individual learned or was taught how to do it. That's the end of my Flash City Planner guide. If there are any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Either myself or Tiandre will be more than willing to answer your questions. Once again, thank you for watching.